All right, now that the NFL season is over, obviously it is never too early to start talking the NFL draft, and who better to do it with than Monty Rice. He was a linebacker at the University of Georgia. Now he is waiting to see who he will play for in the NFL. Monty, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
I know that you are busy getting ready for whoever you're going to play for in the NFL. Tell us what you're doing right now down in Florida.
I'm training at the Exos facility in Pensacola, and, they're helping me get my body right. I'm eating the right things, rehabbing. They have the best rehab people in the country, to my knowledge. So it's definitely, and they're getting your body right, helping you lose weight if you need to do that. So it's a bunch of different things they offer down here, and it's a, terrific place to train. Doing
everything you can, getting ready for the NFL. Let's get your inside perspective on what COVID-19 was like as a football player, because we've talked about it. It's very different. You're preparing for the NFL probably like you wouldn't have 2 years ago. But what was it like at the University of Georgia in the age of COVID-19 playing football this year?
Well, first of all, Ron and his staff, they made sure everybody was safe. We got tested, I think, 3 times a week or something like that during the season. So, if somebody caught it, there was a good chance we were going to have them quarantined and, they wouldn't contact, trace, or, expose anybody else. So, they always made sure we were good. They had us wearing masks throughout the facility. So, they had everything in place to make sure we were able to, have a productive season.
So you're good with the COVID-19 test. It doesn't matter. So now that you're in the NFL, you're used to those, right?
I'm not a fan of them at all. They stick it all the way up your nose.
But you're used to them at least, Exactly. All right. Since we covered COVID-19, we also got to cover how Georgia prepared you for the NFL. You and I were talking a little bit about Georgia's defense. You played in it for 4 years. You're pretty well versed now, and you think that maybe it's going to be an easy transition to the NFL since you played at Georgia?
Well, I don't think it's going to be easy, but
okay.
I just think the way Coach Smart and Coach Schumann, especially Coach Schumann, the way Coach Schumann, teaches the linebackers specifically, he goes over every little detail. That's just how he is. That's how he always will be. He goes over every little detail of the game plan. If we're running cover 7, he's going to go over every formation, every type of, what are the front of the line doing, the D-line's doing, what are the back end's doing. So, he's going to make sure you know everything. And so that's why I feel going into the next level, I'm going to keep that same mindset and be able to, really dissect whatever defense any coach puts in front of me.
Yeah, I mean, you've been put through it at Georgia for sure. You've been a standout linebacker for 4 years. Do you have any advice that you've gotten from some of the former dogs that have gone on to play in the defense in the NFL? What have they said to you in terms of getting ready for the next step?
I talked to Rennie Curran some, and he's always don't change much. Just keep doing what you've been doing. A lot of people try to switch up what they do. Try to make it bigger than what it is. It's obviously an exciting time in life. I've been wanting this since I was 9 years old. But, just don't switch up. Just keep doing what you've been doing and just trusting God, and whatever's supposed to happen will happen.
Let the main thing be the main thing, right? I know that you, it's probably hard to have the time go faster. I know that you want to get there and figure out who you're going to play for, but you said it's been a dream since you were 9 years old. How surreal is it that you're getting ready to play in the NFL?
I mean, it's crazy. We were doing all the interviews at the Senior Bowl. It was just I was all excited just because, I was able to meet Luke Kuechly. I met John Lynch, used to play back in the day. So it's just a surreal feeling that, I'm going to be able to, play for one of these teams, coming up next year. So, I appreciate it.
You said the Senior Bowl down in Mobile, Alabama, such an incredible event that they do down there every single year. It's an opportunity for you to really connect with a bunch of people in the NFL. You got coaches, you got scouts, you got players from all over the country. You didn't play in the game, but it was a good week for you overall, right?
Yes. It was definitely just a different type of environment. You had guys from Houston, you had guys from Rhode Island, Purdue. You got guys from everywhere. You had a D3 guard there who did pretty well. You had guys from all over the place. So it was fun to see their perspectives on football and see how they were taught at their school. And I was able to show them hey, this is how we do it at Georgia. So it was just cool to just get a different mix of people and just get all their perspectives.
I can tell you've got a little bit of confidence about you in terms of playing the linebacker position, what you were able to bring to the table at Georgia. Where does that confidence come from?
Just what Coach Schumann and them say, and Coach Smart. Trust your training at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? You put in a lot of work 365 days a year because the season stops, but football don't stop. You always got to keep preparing, for the next game, for the next practice, for the next workout. So, just trust your training, like your training has brought you this far, and it'll, keep prevailing. You just got to believe in it. And, why not have confidence? Like, I'm sure you have confidence that you're the best reporter in the world. That's just how it is. Like, because if you don't believe that, then why are you doing it? Because, a lot of people might do it for a paycheck, but I want to be the best. And, that's why I work, I work hard every day to make sure, like I can achieve that goal one day.
Listen, I feel that you got to have some faith in yourself to do anything right. I believe in that. Now that I got you here, I got to ask about the quarterback battle at Georgia this past season. As a player, you're on the defensive side of the ball, but was it interesting being in the mix of all that and, all the attention that was surrounding the quarterback battle this year? What was that like?
Well, honestly, people made it bigger than what it was. Whatever guy Coach Smart, put back there, that's the guy we was going to roll with, Obviously, I rock with JT, DeJuan, Stetson, Carson, all of them that was there. I don't have a favorite or anything, but we were gonna trust whatever Coach Smart put back there, and they pay him to do that, and he's been doing it. He's been coaching like 20 years, so he knows what he's doing. So whatever guy was back there, JT got hot at the end of the season and came in and made a lot of big time plays, and he saved us against Mississippi State. Him and those receivers, they meshed well towards the end of the season, and then it'll be exciting to see that going into next year and see how those guys continue to get better.
You said it's going to be exciting to see what they do next year. Obviously, there is so much pressure to win a national championship for Coach Smart at Georgia. What is it going to take for the Dogs to get over that hump and make it to the title game and win?
Man, it's just gonna take focus, trusting your training, and us, continuing to put our players in the right position to make plays, and the defense being stout as usual. I feel like last year or this past year, there's a couple of games where we weren't as stout as we usually are, and just got to go back to the drawing board and keep getting better. And it's going to be important that we use our playmakers. You got George out there, you got Kieres, you got Lil Jermaine. We got a lot of players out there that can go make a lot of plays. So it'll be fun. I know they'll continue to get those guys the ball more, and we got a stable of running backs: James Cook, Zamir, Matt Kinney, Kendall, Milton. We got them all. You're gonna have a good offensive line. So it's gonna just come down to can we make plays in the passing game, and we can run the ball always. But I think JT was he kind of sparked something. I don't know what it was, but towards the end of the season, you saw a couple bombs that we were able to complete. So I think if they keep getting better in that regard, they'll be able to, get over the hump and, win it all. And, honestly, I'm going to claim that national championship whether I'm on the team or not, too, because I played with those guys, Kieres and them, and Jamar and all them, Justin Schaefer. I played with all them. So I'm going to be able to claim that one. So hopefully they get it done. I'm going to be their biggest fan, cheering like hell on, from wherever I'm at.
So you're predicting a national championship in the near future, and you're going to put the ring on too. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I don't want no ring, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have a hat, a shirt,
Love
what I'm saying? I'm a national championship too. So.
You did mention to me Jamie Newman, who happened to go down to the Senior Bowl. He played in the game. How did you feel about how everything went down with Jamie at Georgia?
Oh, I mean, at the end of the day, I know he came in there, he obviously didn't participate in any games, but he came in there and bled, sweated, tears, with us, in those workouts, even though the workouts were a bit different this year than they have been since I've been there. So I consider him dog family. He worked hard just like we did. He was there most of fall camp. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember how long he was there, but, he's down here actually training with me in Pensacola, and I look at him like a brother. So, all the slander I see on the internet, is unacceptable. I'm not going to accept it. I consider him a brother. So, and he a dog in my eyes. People might say wait for it, but I look at him as a brother. So I accept him. Georgia fans need to accept him. They need to learn that he put in work with us. He just wasn't able to play with us during the season. So, I consider him family. So that's on that, and everybody else does too. Everybody else. So at the end of the day, we accept them. That's all that matters. And if you don't like it, oh well, it is what it is.
I hear that. I appreciate you putting him on your back. That's a good teammate. One more question, then we're going to play a really fun game. My question for you about being a linebacker in the NFL, what are you going to bring to the NFL specifically at that position?
I'm going to bring my smart, in today's day and time and playing linebacker, it's not like not no disrespect to the linebackers that played like 15 years ago, but like I feel like now you have to be like more athletic and able to move in space because they got so many like Christian McCaffrey, Alvin Kamara. Oh my bad, my phone's going dead, but we're good.
Fine.
I'm 20.
You're fine.
Those running backs, they're like you're like receivers now, and if you're not able to get somebody out there and cover them, you're gonna have a problem. And as a linebacker, you got to be versatile enough to be able to go out there, walk out, and go stick a man-to-man in coverage or do whatever you're asked to do because first and foremost at linebacker, you got to be able to tackle and run. Like that just comes with the job. That's just expected. But if you're able to do more and more, that's how you're able to really help yourself.
The NFL also doesn't want 2-down linebackers anymore.
No, they do not. That's not unacceptable.
And you got to protect the run and the pass. You think you can do that?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, like I said, like I've done it at a high level for the last 4 years at the University of Georgia, and I will say like we had like going against the people that we had at Georgia, like Miko is playing in the Super Bowl today, obviously. Akil Crumpton, Riley Ridley, Javon, like what I mean. We had a stable of people, Nick Chubb, Sony Swift, like James Cook. Like I've done it against the the best of the best, and so I feel like it'll be important for me to be able to show that, and I showed that on tape. Just have to go cut on the tape and go judge that for yourself, but. It'll be fun to be able to show my talents on an even bigger stage next year.
You healthy? How's the foot?
Oh yeah, the foot. It's a lot better, like 10 times better. Like I ain't walking in a boot no more. None of that. I can actually work out and do like football drills and not be limited. It's still getting better. I'm gonna keep doing maintenance on it, but it's good that it stopped hurting because it hurt me the whole season. I just played through it.
Was it worse than I said? One more question, but I lied to you. Was it worse than we thought?
Is it worse than what did y'all think?
I don't know. It didn't seem like that big of a deal, but from what you're telling me, I feel like it kind of was a little bit more. You said you played through the pain.
Like, I don't really want to go into specific what happened, but it wasn't like terrible, like I was about to lose a foot or anything, but like it definitely hurt and definitely like slowed me down from doing some things that I could have done. But it is what it is. Nobody want to hear no excuse. I still played, so if you out there, you good. So, but yeah, I'll be all right, though.
I got you. We're good now. We're moving on from the foot. All right, let's play our rapid fire game. So I'm going to ask you a question. You just answer real quick, okay?
Yes, ma'am. All
right, so your go-to Super Bowl Sunday food. I know you're eating cauliflower right now, but what would it normally be?
Wings.
Wings, okay. Love it. Your favorite player growing up was who?
Favorite player growing up? I'm a big Reuben Foster fan.
Okay. I mean, that shows that you're young, but that's okay.
Yeah.
What number Super Bowl is this for Tom Brady?
It's like 11, 10?
Lower.
11, 10 or 11, one of them.
7. You were close. All right, your best pregame song.
You were saying if he wins.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant like the number of Super Bowl he's played in. Yeah, this would be number 7.
7 if he wins, but you're right in what he's played in. All right, best pregame song would be what?
Best pregame song, NBA YoungBoy, Beam Effect.
Love it. What NFL quarterback are you looking forward to going up against the most?
They all good, man. But it'll be fun. Mahomes.
Okay, I like it. What's your favorite non-football hobby?
Non-football hobby, honestly, I love animals. Like I got a dog. I'm gonna get another one. But I just love animals. Like not all animals, but I like a lot of animals. So just like being around animals and seeing how they like interact with each other. You know what I mean? I just like, it's just like a characteristic of mine that I have that I'm always so curious about what animals are doing and how they think and act and move around. Like, they're kind of like humans except they can't talk.
Right. So. I mean, some of them are as smart as us, I think. Okay, then what's your favorite animal?
I like bears.
Bears?
Yeah, I like bears.
Okay. All right. What's your funniest Kirby Smart moment?
Man, we can't say that on here.
Oh, yes, we can. Just filter it,
Man, I would really have to go back in the vault, man. Like, Coach Smart is he's funny. He's funny without trying to be funny because, that's one thing. Even though he get paid a lot of money to, like, coach, like, you can tell like it ain't about the money to him. Like he loves football and like, you know what I'm saying? Like he gonna try to get the best out of you. Like at Georgia, so like to recruits, y'all think about going to Georgia, just know they're gonna work you. Like, you know what I'm saying? But they're gonna at the end of the day develop you and, you know, put you in situations in practice and throughout the workouts that's gonna better you in the long run for the next level and for the games coming up. So, you know, Coach Smart and them and Coach Schumann, they can definitely, you know, develop at a high level, especially Coach Schumann. Coach Schumann don't get enough credit out of everybody on the whole staff. He kind of like the dark horse that nobody really know about, but like he put in a lot of work and make sure like, you know what I'm saying? Like like I said, every night before the game, the night before the game, he makes sure that everybody is like, you know, like, hey, if this guy, the quarterback's feet's like that, it's a pass. If they're staggered, if they're square, it's about to be like, you know, just the little things like that he picks up on that he doesn't get enough credit for. And like the little things are like sometimes the difference, you know, in between winning and losing.
He's also the one that hyped you up. A very presidential answer from you, which I appreciate, but I'm still going to make sure that you give me an answer on one of the funniest Kirby Smart moments.
The funniest Kirby Smart moments.
I know, you got to think of it. There's probably so many.
I don't know. I can't think of one off the top of my head. I can't think of one.
All right, you said he's funny without even trying. What does that mean?
Just how energetic he is. He's like a big kid because he loves the game so much. But just like, you know, how like, you know, he's on the microphone at practice and, you know, he's a player's coach. You know, he's going to, you know, he tries to like, you know, interact with the players and, you know, make sure that, you know, they know that it's not all about, you know, football and, you know, that he cares. So that's the biggest thing. But just like, you know, and, you know, he's not old. You know, he's only like 45, I think. So
yeah.
He's able to like, you know, he's kind of caught up, you know, when it comes to regards to like the music we listen to.
Oh, like what? He's not listening
like,
to.
Or Coach Smart, you know, everybody be like, hey, like we'll be like how we talk to like player to player, be like, hey, Cuzzo, and like sometimes Coach Smart will be on the mic, be like, what up, Cuzzo? Like,
oh my gosh.
You know, so it's always funny to know, like, you know, you got a guy that you can relate to.
I love that. Players coaches usually do really well with you guys, so it's good to hear that. But Monty, I really appreciate your time and good luck to you. I know that you're going to do great things wherever you go.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.